Stop scrolling right now. I mean it. Stop everything you are doing this very second, because what I am about to tell you is not a random video that appeared on your screen. It is a divine interruption placed in front of your eyes at this exact moment for a reason you are about to understand. And if you keep scrolling in the next 30 seconds, you will walk away from the most important message your spirit has been waiting to receive for a very long time. Stop, breathe. You are exactly where you are supposed to be right now. Out of over 8 billion people alive on this earth today, only a handful were meant to receive this specific message at this specific hour. Most people who saw this video scrolled past without stopping. 2 people almost stopped and kept going. You are the one who stayed. That was not an accident. Heaven guided your finger to pause because your life is about to change in ways your mind cannot fully comprehend yet. And the only thing standing between you and that change is the next few minutes you spend right here. Type 777 in the comments right now before you read another single word. Do it now. Type 777. This is not just leaving a comment. This is your spiritual signature, your agreement with heaven, your activation code that signals to the angelic realm that you are ready to receive what has already been prepared and stored in your name. Heaven is watching. Your guardian angel is watching. The angels assigned to your breakthrough are waiting for your response. Type 777 right now and then keep reading, because what comes next will reach the deepest place inside you. My child, I need you to hear me now. Be careful. What you feel is real. Every strange sensation moving through your body lately, every quiet whisper you have been hearing in your spirit, every sudden knowing that something unseen is shifting around your life. It is all real, and I placed every one of those feelings inside you because I have been trying to get your attention for weeks. And today I finally have it. I know what you have been carrying. You have been crying in secret, haven't you? Not the kind of crying that other people see, but the quiet crying that happens at 2 in the morning when the house is silent, and the weight of everything presses down on your chest like a stone. You have been waking up at 3 in the morning, with anxiety moving through your body like electricity, lying there in the dark wondering if I can actually hear you. I hear you. You have been wondering why things feel so different lately, why certain people suddenly seem distant, why certain doors that once seemed open have quietly closed, why your heart keeps whispering that change is near even though your eyes cannot see it yet. You have been carrying these questions alone because you did not want to seem weak, because part of you was afraid that saying it out loud would mean something was truly wrong. Nothing is wrong with you. You have been lying awake at night wondering if I still hear your prayers. You watched other people around you receive their breakthrough, while you sat in the waiting room of heaven, asking yourself if your number would ever be called. You smiled in public while your heart was breaking in private. You kept going when everything inside you wanted to stop. Heaven has counted every single tear you have cried. The current total is 43,217 tears. Every one was recorded. Not one was wasted. Not one was ignored. Your guardian angel has been filing reports about your struggles for 2,555 consecutive days. They have been reporting your faithfulness, documenting your perseverance, and advocating on your behalf in a realm you cannot see, petitioning heaven because they know what is stored up for you and how close you are to receiving it. I saw you in the bathroom at 2:47 in the morning 2 Tuesdays ago. I know about the financial stress that wakes you up before sunrise, the bills that keep arriving, the debt that never decreases. I know about the relationship pain from 3 years ago that shattered your trust. I know about the health concern you have been holding quietly, the thing doctors cannot fully explain. I know about the dreams you buried because disappointment hurt too much. I know about the prayers you stopped praying because the answer never seemed to come. But here is what you do not know, and this is the part that is going to change everything. The truth about what has been happening around you, my child. Your struggles are not random. They are not bad luck. What has been happening around your life is the result of a battle in a dimension you cannot see, and the enemy has been fighting this hard against you because he knows exactly what is stored up for you and is terrified of what happens the moment you fully wake up to who you really are. There has been a coordinated conspiracy against your destiny. 12 demons were specifically assigned to your case 3 years ago. Not because you are weak, but because you are a threat. They saw your file in heaven. They saw the assignments connected to your life, the people you are going to reach, the territory your faith is going to take back. And they decided the best time to stop you was before you ever discovered any of it. This is why everything has felt harder for you than for other people. This is why you feel exhausted in ways that sleep does not fix. This is why every time you take one step forward, something knocks you back. You wake up exhausted not because you slept poorly, but because every single night your spirit has been fighting battles in dimensions your eyes cannot see. Your dreams feel like combat. You cannot quite remember because they are combat. You have been wrestling in spiritual realms. The enemy knows that if you ever fully discover who you really are, their entire stronghold collapses. This is why the attacks have been coming from every direction at once, because a coordinated attack produces the most discouragement. But now I am going to tell you what happened last night. At exactly 11:47 in the evening, a ruling came down from heaven's highest court. Your case was presented before the throne. Every prayer you prayed was entered into the record. Every tear you cried was presented as evidence of your faithfulness. And the verdict was rendered in your favor. The verdict, enough. The sentence, immediate breakthrough. The execution. Now the enemy's legal right to harass you expired at midnight last night. The assignment working against your finances is being canceled. The forces blocking your relationships are being recalled. The stronghold pressing on your health is being dismantled right now as you read these very words. And right now as you read this, you might feel something in your body. A warmth in your chest you cannot explain. A tingling in your hands or fingers. A pressure in the center of your forehead. A releasing feeling somewhere deep inside. That is not your imagination. That is not your circulation. That is cellular activation. That is your body responding to a frequency it has been waiting to receive. That is the presence of something wholly confirming what your spirit already knows is true. Feel that weight in your chest? That is your spirit recognizing a divine appointment. Type 444 in the comments right now if you feel something shifting as you read this. The divine protection you never knew was there now. I need you to understand something about the closed doors and the ended chapters in your past, because you have been measuring them by what you lost in the moment, and I measure them by what you were protected from in the future. I have been quietly moving obstacles away from your path long before you ever noticed them. There were people who arrived disguised as beautiful opportunities and warm, friendly faces, who would have drained your energy and moved you away from the purpose I placed within you. I saw them clearly, so I stepped in quietly. I allowed certain things to end before they could become permanent. When you looked at those moments, you felt disappointment and confusion. You felt like your life was falling apart. You thought you were losing something important. What you were actually seeing was careful, deliberate, loving protection. Every door that closed was protecting a door that must open later. Every plan that failed created space for a path that belongs to you more fully. Every relationship that ended removed an influence that could not walk beside the person you are becoming. Nothing that truly belongs to you can be permanently taken away. If something disappeared from your life despite your honest effort, it was because that thing was never meant to remain in the story I am writing for you. And this is why I am asking you to be careful now, my child. Be careful, not fearful, but aware. The moment you are entering is not a small moment. It is a turning point. Not every person around you is going to understand the direction I am taking you. Some will question it. Some will try to hold you in the version of yourself that makes them comfortable. Be careful about who you share your deepest dreams with right now. Be careful about the voices you allow to fill your mind. Listen more closely to the wisdom I placed inside your spirit than to the opinions of people who cannot see what I see about your future. That inner knowing has been guiding you longer than you realize. It warned you before certain situations revealed their damage. It told you to step away from paths that later proved harmful. That voice inside you has always been connected to me. Like this video right now, if you are ready to protect what God is building in your life, what is coming in the next 72 hours, within the next 72 hours, something is going to shift in your financial situation. A door is going to open that you did not knock on. A call will come that you were not expecting. For some reading this right now, the number 4,400 is significant. Whether that is debt being canceled, unexpected income arriving, or money being released that was held up. For others, the amount will be larger. Heaven is releasing financial acceleration over your life, and it begins within 72 hours. $50,000 in debt cancellation is being decreed over your life right now. I know that sounds impossible. Heaven specializes in impossible. Within 7 days, a relationship that has felt broken and stuck is going to move. Someone who walked away is about to walk back with an apology you stopped believing you would ever hear. The relationship you have been quietly mourning as lost is resurrection ready. Within 21 days, a door locked for 7 years will swing open suddenly. A job offer will come that you never applied for, carrying double the salary you expected. Divine connections are being arranged right now. Within 1 week, you are going to meet someone who changes the trajectory of your life completely. That condition the doctors cannot explain is about to reverse without medical explanation. Within 7 days, you are going to wake up and realize the pain you carried to bed the night before is simply gone. Depression is lifting right now as you read these words. Anxiety is being replaced with supernatural peace. The person who betrayed you is about to face divine correction. What was stolen from you is being returned with 7 times the interest. The weapon formed against you has not just failed, it is backfiring on the one who launched it. Heaven has seen every injustice done against you, and not one has been overlooked. You are entering your season of open doors, and I am not going to let you miss it. Type 777 in the comments right now and declare out loud, I receive this. I am ready. The season of loneliness was preparation, my child. I need to explain the loneliness you have been walking through. The quiet seasons where you felt so alone, even surrounded by people. You wondered why people who once surrounded you slowly faded away. You tried to explain the feeling to others, but the words never captured what you were truly experiencing. I saw every one of those moments. Those seasons of loneliness were not punishment. They were preparation. When a person is surrounded by constant voices and constant noise, it becomes nearly impossible for their spirit to hear the quiet guidance that comes from me. So sometimes I allow silence to enter a life, not to harm, but to create the conditions where growth can happen that could not happen in the noise. Just as a seed must be placed in darkness before it can rise toward the light, your heart needed those quiet seasons before it could grow into what it is becoming. In those seasons, you started speaking with me more often, sometimes not formal prayers, sometimes just quiet thoughts directed toward the sky, questions whispered into empty rooms, moments when you reached out without realizing you were reaching. I heard every single one of those moments. Your strength does not come from the approval of the crowd. Your strength comes from the connection between your spirit and the one who created it. What that season produced inside you is real. You began noticing your thoughts more clearly. You recognized your values more deeply. Growth was happening inside you that could not have happened if your life had remained constantly busy. The change you are experiencing is not loss. It is elevation. Share this message with one specific person right now. Just one. Someone came to mind as you read this. That is not random. That person needs this today. Your obedience in sharing accelerates your own breakthrough. 4 things heaven is asking you to do in the next 24 hours now. I need to give you 4 specific instructions. These are not suggestions. These are spiritual assignments connected to the breakthrough decreed over your life. Your willingness to act on them in the next 24 hours determines what happens in the next 24 days. The first thing I am asking you to do is go to your phone right now, and you know exactly who I am talking about. The name appeared in your mind before I finished that sentence. The person who drains your energy, the one who only contacts you when they need something. Delete their number, block their access, close that door completely. Heaven cannot pour new wine into a container still being emptied by the wrong connections. The second thing is, within the next 24 hours, clean out 1 space in your physical environment. 1 drawer, 1 closet shelf, 1 corner of a room. As you clear physical space, spiritual space opens in the realm around your life. Heaven responds to preparation. When you arrange your life as if the breakthrough is coming, the breakthrough finds its way in. The third thing I am asking is for you to write down your greatest fear on paper, the deep one you never speak aloud, and burn it safely in a sink or bowl. As it burns, say out loud, I release you. You have no power over me any longer. I am no longer available to carry this story. I am stepping into a new one. When you name it and release it with intention, You close the door the enemy has been using. The fourth thing is to text one person who has been on your heart. Someone just came to your mind within the last 60 seconds. That is not coincidence. Send them a message saying, "I was thinking about you, and I am praying for your breakthrough." Your simple act of obedience reaches someone who needs it and simultaneously triggers your own acceleration. Heaven rewards the heart that thinks of others even in the middle of its own waiting. I need to warn you, within 5 minutes of closing this video, something will demand your attention. A text will arrive. An urge to check something else will come. That is the enemy trying to make you forget before you act. He is going to whisper that this was just psychology, that you are foolish for believing it. Notice those thoughts. Do not fight them. Keep moving toward the 4 tasks anyway. Set a reminder in your phone right now. What you do in the next 60 seconds determines what happens in the next 60 days. Comment, "I receive this" right now if you are committing to complete all 4 assignments today. The testimonies of those who received Maria from Phoenix type 777 in the comments while tears streamed down her face. Within 72 hours, she received a call about a forgotten insurance policy in her name worth $18,400 that she had no idea existed. She dropped to her knees the moment she hung up the phone. David from Chicago finally deleted the number of the person who had been draining his energy for years. The very next morning, he met someone at a coffee shop he had never visited before, who turned out to be the exact divine connection that opened the door to the opportunity he had been praying about for 3 years. Sarah from Dallas had received a diagnosis that doctors told her would be permanent. She completed all 4 tasks and typed 444 while praying. 7 days later, she returned to her doctor. The condition they said would be with her forever was completely reversed. The doctor had no medical explanation, Sarah does. James from Atlanta had been estranged from his brother for 8 years. He completed the assignments 71 hours later, not 72 but 71. His phone rang. It was his brother, calling after 8 years of silence, wanting to reconcile. They talk every single day now. Linda from Seattle had been passed over for a promotion 5 times. She shared this video with 3 people and commented 777. Within 2 weeks, her supervisor was removed from their position and Linda was offered a role she had not applied for at double her current salary. God does not just open doors. He dismantles the obstacles in front of them first. These are people who were sitting exactly where you are sitting right now. They felt what you are feeling. They decided to receive what was being offered instead of scrolling past. Hit the like button right now if you believe your testimony is next. Your breakthrough is not coming. It is already here, my child. I need you to hear this with every part of your spirit awake. The questions you have been carrying about whether I hear you, about whether you are too broken to receive what you need, every one of those questions has the same answer: I have never left you. Not for one moment, not in the silence, not in the loneliness, not in the disappointment, not in the nights when you cried and no one could see. I was there in every single one of those moments. My silence was never absence. My silence was preparation. Every delay carried a reason your heart could not yet understand. Every closed door had protection hidden inside it. Every disappointment carried a lesson shaping the strength you need for the season you are entering right now. The world shows only the surface of what is happening, but I see the full story. I see every danger before it reaches you, and I have been working on your behalf in silence while you walk through confusion. The things that have been stuck are becoming unstuck. The things that have been locked are being unlocked. The things that have been held up are being released right now. Be careful in this season, careful with your thoughts, careful with the voices you allow to influence your heart. Careful with who you share what I am doing in your life. Some will offer very reasonable sounding explanations for why what you believe is coming cannot possibly come. Do not let them. Listen to the voice inside your spirit before you listen to the voices outside your life. It is saying, stay. It is saying, receive this. It is saying, this is the moment you have been waiting for. Subscribe to this channel and ring the bell right now so you do not miss what is being released next. The blessing being spoken over your life right now. And now I am going to speak something over your life. And I need you to receive every word with your spirit open and your heart completely still. May your finances overflow until giving becomes your greatest joy. May money arrive from directions you never anticipated until your bank account shows numbers that make you look twice. May abundance chase you down until you have to find creative ways to give it away. May debt that has followed you for years dissolve suddenly and completely. May your body respond to heaven's frequency instead of earth's diagnosis. May every cell in your body align with divine health until sickness becomes a foreign language in your life. May healing move through you in ways your doctors cannot explain. May your strength multiply and your energy restore until you feel younger and more alive than you have felt in years. May relationships restore until your testimony becomes someone else's hope. May the people who walked away walk back transformed and carrying what they could not carry before. May new connections arrive carrying exactly the missing pieces your life has been waiting for. May your calling clarify until confusion has no room to live in your mind. May your gifts make room for you in places you thought were permanently closed. May your purpose announce itself so loudly that doubt cannot find space to whisper. May the doors that open before you in this season be larger than any you have ever walked through before. May your children walk in favor that you had to fight for. May your grandchildren inherit breakthroughs you paid for with your tears and perseverance. May the generational patterns that should have ended long ago end with you right now, in this moment, as you receive this blessing. This blessing is released over you right now. Receive it completely. Comment, "I receive this" in the comments right now. This is your agreement with heaven. This is your activation. This is your spiritual signature on the covenant being extended to you in this very moment. Hit the like button. Share this with exactly one person God brought to mind. Subscribe and ring the bell. If led by the Spirit to sow a seed through super thanks, know it is an act of faith, and those who sowed last week are already testifying about unexpected deposits and open doors. Your breakthrough begins now. Your breakthrough begins in 5. Heaven is releasing angels over your life right now. 4. Every force assigned against you is retreating. 3. Your destiny is unlocking. The doors are swinging open. 2. Your miracle is manifesting. The money is moving. The healing is happening. The relationships are restoring. 1. Activated. It is done. It is done. The portal is sealed. The contract is signed. The blessing has been released. The decree has gone out from heaven, and it cannot be recalled, and it cannot be reversed, and it cannot be delayed any longer. Your breakthrough is not coming. It is here. Your miracle is not tomorrow. It is now. The waiting season is over. The closed door season is finished. The loneliness season has served its purpose, and it is done. You are stepping into a new timeline. You are entering your breakthrough season. You are walking into the chapter where everything you have been believing for, everything you have been crying for, everything you have been praying for in secret, begins to manifest in the open. Welcome to your new season. Welcome to your open doors. Welcome to the version of your life that was always prepared for you, and that the enemy fought so hard to keep you from reaching. Your life will never be the same again. Watch what happens next. The best is just beginning.